Hey guys, so I kind of have a Legend of Zelda themed haul, but I'm gonna do plushies in this video, and in my next video I'll show my other stuff. I did get these a long time ago. Uh, yeah, and there's one that's not really like, well, it's a part of my Legend of Zelda set, but it's not actually a Legend of Zelda like full-on plushie. So yeah, let's get started. The first one I have is Link. I actually bought him, I think, during the summer, but yeah, most of them I bought a long while ago. This one I bought from GameStop. I believe they're around $30, but $30 to $40 Canadian. But I am actually not going to buy from GameStop for a long while unless they sell it off to someone else. I think they are trying to sell their company because they're not doing well. However, apparently the owner is Canadian, and apparently they also insulted Canadians and immigrants. So having that said, I feel kind of uncomfortable. I myself am born in Canada, but I don't like it when people do that. Like, it's really sucky, like all the politics and stuff going on, like especially because America and stuff like that. But yeah, they have their own politics too going on for GameStop and a bunch of like stuff. So for now, I'm boycotting GameStop, but a lot of the stuff that I say I bought from GameStop, I bought it a long while ago. So don't mind me that I have them. So yeah, I bought Link. This is the Breath of the Wild plushie. He's so cute. I love him. Some of the parts like his earrings are felt. Most of his arm, sleeve, and his actual hand is made of felt too. His eyes and facial features are like embroidered on. He even has a little embroidered nose. And then his hair is super cute. It's kind of like those anime style plushies, so I do think a lot of it is just hot glued on, which I don't really like in terms of like, you have to be careful with them. That means this is mainly like a display plushie. It's not really something you can always just like manhandle. But yeah. And then the back, he actually has, it's felt, but there's a lot of like these painted on, iron on type of materials, like these plasticky materials for the designs. And he has his sword and his shield. I actually don't play Legend of Zelda, so I don't know which specific sword and shield it is. But yeah, it's one of them, and it's on his back. And then he has his like harnesses and belts and all that. This one, I forgot the name of it too, but it's a tablet, and they made it that it hooked to his belt, which I believe he wears it like that in the game too. What else? These brown materials aren't actually felt. These brown materials are actually like some sort of thicker material. They're not as soft as the actual like shirt itself or like his legs, but they're there. I guess they hold their shape well. And then his neck part for his shirt is also felt too. And then there's embroidery on his shirt and his little bootsies. These are like the softest parts. I do like how cute he is, and he even has his ponytail. And this is like the Breath of the Wild one. And then we have Zelda. So I actually purchased Zelda from Conspiracy Comics. I don't go there often anymore, but it's just because sometimes I find stuff there, but I don't find a lot. But maybe I'll go there more often since GameStop is doing stuff. So but they do have figures too, but I rarely buy from them except for like plushies, like anime plushies. So yeah, but here's Zelda. She's super cute. Yeah, same thing. Her stuff is mainly the same material as Link, like it's being felt, like this felty material, rather than an actual like soft material like her face. And then she has her like hair things here. Oh, she's cute too. She even has a pouch, but this is not like an open like type of thing where you can open it. It's just like sewed clothes. It's just this stuffed pouch she has. I don't really think it's stuffed either. It's just the shape of it and the material. And then her sash. She does have nice detailing for her braids. And then her feetsies, they're not as soft as Link's boots, I will admit. I think this is like a smoother material rather than like a soft material, but it's kind of soft up here. She has more detailing that is this like the plasticky type of material. And then she was around $30 too, around the same price, because they are technically from the same series. She's a bit taller than Link if you put them up side by side, which is actually a part of the whole thing, that she is supposed to be taller than Link. So I find that really cute. Okay, and then we have this one. I forgot his name. He's one of the enemies, but he's super cute. And they're kind of like piggy goblins. So he has his bat, and then a lot of these detailings are made of felt. I really like the mouth though, because they made it that it looks open, and then the tongue is like an extra piece here, and he has teeth. He was the same price, I believe, like $30-ish. I bought him alongside Link, but yeah. And then he has this skull necklace here, and then he has his loincloth. I like his nails. They put like detail on them. And then this is the back. Overall, they're really good display plushies. I don't think they're like as soft, but they're soft enough that you could cuddle them. But I feel like with all the detailings and stuff, you want to keep them as displays. These ones aren't felt though, like they're toenails. This is like some, it's similar to her sash, like the material there. But yeah, this is him. I think they're called bokoblins actually. I forgot the name. But yeah. And then the last thing is actually this horse. I believe it's a Douglas the Cuddle toy plush, but it's from the Douglas company. I actually bought it on Amazon. It's not a actual Legend of Zelda plushie at all. What happened is I looked up online, so Link actually has a horse in the game and the stories, and he has a main horse that he actually rides. You can technically ride like and get any horse in the game and then make it his, but he has an actual horse and her name is Epona, and it's super cute. For every series is supposed to be a different Link, technically speaking. I think they passed down like the responsibility of being like this guardian and stuff like that, and the hero of Hyrule basically. But there was no actual official Epona plush, which kind of made me sad. So I went on Amazon and purchased this Douglas the Cuddle toy horse. I actually looked up online her colors. So she does have like whites here, and then she also has a little bit of white on her face, I believe, too, and then also the backs. Her fur, her mane and tail are technically supposed to be white as well, but in some variations of like drawings, it seems to be like it's a little bit creamy color rather than just white. So I think this is fine for detailing wise. I may have paid a little bit more for her though, because I ended up paying like $50 Canadian, but to be honest, I feel like Douglas the Cuddle Toy isn't a cheap type of plushie. Their company has been around for a while, so I don't know how much it's technically worth to buy their plushies anymore, because I don't see them around in like regular toy stores often anymore. So I'm not too sure if I paid too much for it, but this is a 15-inch. I believe online it said the link was 12-inch, so I thought it would fit perfectly. The only thing is the mane gets wild really fast, so I brush it down. Super cute. And then she's in a lying position, so she's not really standing. I looked up online, there's no official Epona plush, and that's kind of sad about that. Apparently a lot of people make their own Epona plushies, but yeah. So basically, he's 12-inch, so I think it's a perfect match in terms of like having Link on her. I think Epona is so cute, so I really wanted a plushie for that. But yeah, that's basically it for this haul video. I do have a bunch of other merch that's Legend of Zelda themed, so I'll probably do a second video on that soon. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!